Once there was a man and his wife. The wife loved her husband. She worked hard for him. She always cooked his favorite meals and helped him in every way. But the problem is, the man was angry with her. This stupid woman has no children, he thought. And soon, she will grow old. I will divorce her and marry another woman. So, he forced his wife and married another woman. His first wife was unhappy. Now, she was very poor. No one took care of her. The man and his new wife waited for a long time. But they didn't have a child. Then, one day, his new wife became pregnant. Her husband was very happy. Soon, I will have a son, he thought. At last, the baby was born. But, oh, what a terrible disappointment. The baby had no arms, no legs. It had no body at all. It was only a head. Take it away, the man's wife said. It's a horrible thing. I don't want to see it again. So, the man put the head in a sack, took it to the road, and left it there. Then, he went away. Soon, some travelers came down the road. The head began to jump around in the sack. Help! Take me out! Help! The head shouted. The travelers stopped. What is inside the sack? They asked each other. One of them opened it, and they all saw the head. They were frightened. They wanted to run away. Stop, said the head. Please, don't leave me here, or I'll die. What shall we do with you then? Asked the travelers. Take me to the town, the head said. Find a tea shop and leave me there. So, the travelers picked up the head and carried it to the town. They stopped at the first tea shop. Here's something for you, they said to the tea seller and gave him the head. The tea seller was very surprised. I don't want this thing, he said. He began to carry the head out of his shop. But the head began to talk to him. Tea seller, the head said. Listen to me. Do you want to be rich? The tea seller stopped. Yes. Of course, he said. Then, I will help you, said the head. Look after me. Give me food. Keep me here. Soon, I promise you, you will be rich. So, the head stayed with the tea seller. And the tea seller looked after him. Every day, the head gave him advice. Buy your tea in this place today, the head said. Or, don't buy tea today. The price is not good. The tea seller always listened to the head. And soon he became rich. Now, in that town, there was a king. The king had no sons, only one daughter. The daughter was ready to be married. All the young men in the town wanted to marry the king's daughter. They came to the king one by one. "Please, sir," they all said, "let me marry your daughter." "What will you give me?" asked the king. "What do you want?" the young men asked. The king asked for many things. Some were too big. Some were too small. Some things were from countries far, far away. Nobody could find the things the king wanted. The head heard about the king's daughter. He said to the tea seller, "My friend, this is a chance for me. Go to the king and say to him, 'My friend wants to marry your daughter. What do you want for her?'" So the tea seller went to see the king. He entered the palace and greeted him. "Sir," he said, "my friend wants to marry your daughter. Tell me, what must he give you?" "A camel is a fine thing," said the king. "That's easy," thought the tea seller. And he smiled. "A he-camel," said the king. "A big, strong camel, with good teeth. A very fine thing." The tea seller laughed. "I will find the best camel in the world for you, sir," he said, and began to leave the room. "Wait," said the king. "The camel must come here, into my palace. It must greet me, and speak to me in my own language." The tea seller stopped laughing. "That's impossible, sir," he said. "If your friend cannot find this camel," said the king, "he cannot marry my daughter." Sadly, the tea seller went home. The head was waiting for him. "What did the king say?" he asked. The tea seller shook his head. "My poor young friend," he said, "it's impossible. The king wants a camel. A big, strong he-camel with good teeth." "But that's easy," said the head. "No, no," said the tea seller. "The camel must go to the king's palace. Greet him, and speak to him in his own language." "Very well," said the head. "Now, take me to the camel market." So the tea seller took the head to the camel market. They looked at many camels, and at last the head chose one. "Now," said the head, "take this camel to the palace." The tea seller was frightened. "But this is only a camel," he said. "It cannot greet the king, or speak in his language." "Don't be frightened," said the head. "Everything will be all right." So the tea seller took the camel to the king's palace. The room was full of people. Everyone was looking at him. The tea seller's knees were shaking. The king saw the tea seller and the camel beside the door. "What is this?" he shouted. "Why has this man brought a camel inside my palace?" "Please, sir, you asked for a camel," said the tea seller. Then the king remembered his words. He began to laugh. "This is only a camel," he said. "It cannot greet me or speak to me in my own language." The camel suddenly lifted its head. "Peace be with you, sir," it said. "Oh, how wonderful!" everyone said. The king stood up. He went to the camel. "Can you really speak?" he asked. "Was that your voice?" "Yes," answered the camel. "I can speak. And it was my voice." The tea seller was even more surprised than the king. But he was very happy for his friend. "Sir," he said, "you asked for this animal, and I have brought it to you." The king looked at him. "And now my daughter must marry your friend," he said. The tea seller ran home. "Head," he called. "Listen." The camel greeted the king and spoke to him in his own language. "Now, the king wants to give you his daughter. You must go to the palace tomorrow." "Oh, what shall we do? What shall we do?" answered the head. "We will go to the palace." "Of course. And I will marry the princess." "But," said the tea seller, "everything will be all right," said the head. "I promise." And so the head married the princess. That night, something magical happened. The head turned into a handsome young man. The princess fell in love with him. The king and queen were shocked, but happy. And soon he became the king. The tea seller became the richest merchant in the country. But the cruel man who threw away his child? He and his wife were left with nothing. God had punished them.